So in our previous video, we went through how to find the exact values for special angles between 0 and 90 degrees. So in this video, I'm going to go through how to find the exact value for angles that's greater than 90 degrees. Right, so let's start by looking at our first example, sine 300 degrees. So we always want to start by sketching the angle out. So let's start by drawing our axis. Right, so we always start at 0 degrees, and we'll go counterclockwise. So this would be 90, 180, 270, and then we're back at 360. So 300 degrees is somewhere between 270 and 360. So I'll go around like this, roughly to here. So this is our 300 degrees. So when we're looking at an obtuse angle, that's an angle that's greater than 90 degrees, we want to use what's called a reference angle. So our reference angle is always an angle between the horizontal plane and the arm we just drew. So this is our reference angle. And our reference angle here will be 360 degrees minus 300 degrees, which is equal to 60 degrees. So what we can say now is that sine 300 is the same thing as sine 60. But then we have to apply our CAST rules. So what that means is that in this quadrant where sine 300 is at, it will be a negative number. That's because it's in the C quadrant, so only cosine values are positive. So let's put a negative sign in front of our sine 300. And since we're solving for sine 300, let's divide by -1 on both sides. So we get sine 300 equals to negative sine 60. And we know what our value of sine 60 is looking at our table, right? Sine 60 is equal to root 3 over 2. So we can say that sine 300 is equal to negative root 3 over 2. So let's look at our next example, cosine of 135 degrees. So again, we want to start by drawing the axis and sketch the angle. So 145 degrees, it will go a bit less than 180 degrees, right? It will be between 90 and 180. So it'll go around here, 145 degrees. So now our reference angle will be the acute angle between our arm and the horizontal plane. So this is our reference angle. So our reference angle will be 180 degrees minus 145 degrees, which is equals to 45 degrees. Right, so we can say that cosine 135 equals to cosine 45. And then we have to apply our CAST rules. So in this quadrant, only sine will be positive. So cosine and tangent will be negative. So let's put a negative here. And we look at our table, cosine 45 is equals to root 2 over 2. So cosine 145 will be equal to negative root 2 over 2. So now we'll look at tangent 7 pi over 6. So even though it's in radians, it's the exact same thing. So let's start by sketching our angle. So for radians, we'll start at 0. Right, we'll go counterclockwise. Like this will be pi, because we know that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So 90 degrees is pi over 2, and 270 is 3 pi over 2. And then we're back to 2 pi, which is 360 degrees. So 7 pi over 6, just think of it as 7 over 6 times pi. So it will be a little bit bigger than pi. Let's go counterclockwise, like this. So 7 pi over 6. So again, our reference angle will be the angle between our arm and the horizontal plane. So our reference angle here will be 7 pi over 6 minus pi, which is equals to pi over 6. So what we can say is that tangent 7 pi over 6 is equals to tangent of pi over 6. And let's apply our CAST rules. So in this quadrant, tangent will be positive, right? So there'll be a positive sign here. So our tangent pi over 6, let's look at our table. It will be root 3 over 3. So we can say that tangent 7 pi over 6 will be also equals to root 3 over 3. So for this example, we have sine of negative 4 pi over 3. So again, let's just start by sketching the angle. So this time we have a negative, right? The negative is inside the bracket. So we have to go the opposite way. We have to go clockwise direction. So we'll start at 0 radians. Then we'll go to negative pi over 2. Then to negative pi. Then to negative 3 pi over 2. And then back to negative 2 pi. So negative 4 over 3 pi is definitely a bit bigger than negative pi, but it's smaller than negative 3 pi over 2. So let's go the counterclockwise. Let's go clockwise a bit. So negative 4 over 3 pi is somewhere here. So it's the same thing. Our reference angle will be the acute angle between the arm and our horizontal plane. So this is our reference angle. And our reference angle will be negative 4 over 3 pi minus pi, right? Which is going to find the distance between these two. So we have two negatives, so they become one big positive, right? So negative 4 over 3 pi plus pi, right? And pi is just the same thing as 3 pi over 3. So we get negative 4 plus 3, that's negative 1. So we get negative pi over 3. So for our reference angle, we ignore our negative signs, right? It doesn't matter if it's a negative or positive. So now we can say that sine of negative 4 pi over 3 is equals to sine of pi over 3. Now, let's use our CAST rules. Right, so since sine of negative 4 pi over 3 is in the S quadrant, that means sine is positive. So we have a positive number here. That means our sine of negative 4 pi over 3 is just equals to sine of pi over 3, which, let's look at our table, is root 3 over 2. And that's our answer.